to him. I mean, he came to fight, but we had the better man tonight. I just want to thank, my staff. I want to thank Leonard Ellaby and the Mayweather promotion staff, and I want to commend all my fighters. My first UK fighter, Ashley Theopane. I want to thank him. I want to thank Badu Jack, another one of my world champions that's under the Mayweather promotion banner. But tonight was Tank's night. We was pleased with his performance. He showed poise at the age of 22. We put him in this position because we know that this kid can fight, and this kid will be a superstar. We really believe. And I know you guys got questions. You go ahead and ask the questions, and Tank can answer the questions.
Gervonta, what did you think of the crowd tonight? Did you feed off them?
I think it was a great crowd. I want to thank the UK fans for coming out and also tuning in on BT Sports and Box Nation, Showtime. It was a great crowd. I fed off the crowd tonight.
How good do you think you can be? I mean, you sit next to a great fighter. Can you get to his level?
Right now, I'm young.
I think that we don't want to discredit him. He's still young. He's still growing. We don't know how far or how big a fighter can get. At one particular time, I told, I can remember Leonard Ellaby. I was in the same position as Gervonta. And I told Leonard Ellaby I'll be the first fighter to ever make a guaranteed $100 million in one night. And I did that on more than just one occasion. So anything is possible. Only thing I want to do is take one step at a time. There's no rush. We're not going to rush to fight him and fight him. Everything is a process. Everything takes time. He's still young. He's still learning. There's a lot of things he has to learn on the outside, and it's going to make things even easier on the inside. That's why we're here. But Calvin and his team from Baltimore, they deserve all the credit. Only thing I'm here to do is tweak certain things and help him, because I know what it takes when it's certain fights at such a high magnitude. Because I've been there before, with the Ricky Hatton, with the Canelo, with the Pacquiao, and the list goes on and on. This kid's gonna be a superstar, and he's a superstar on the rise. Right now, he's one of the biggest names in boxing, along with Badu Jack, and Canelo, and a few other names. And I'm just proud of these fighters.
Floyd, does when you have a fighter of this nature who clearly could go on to be a Hall of Famer, who Nazim Hamed rushed over to kind of kiss and greet earlier, when you have someone of this caliber, we know what you've gone through over the last 20 years, that you could leave the sport, you could live in luxury. Does it renew and invigorate you to stay involved in the sports and develop talent in the sport you love?
Well, I didn't get into the promotion business to take advantage of a fighter like a lot of other promoters. I have my own. I made smart investments. I don't have to fight. I got in the boxing business to help these fighters. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I got into the sport of boxing to help these fighters accomplish their dreams of what they want to do. Some want to become just one world champion. Some just want to become a main event fighter. I know that every fighter that's under the Mayweather Promotions banner won't become world champion, but whatever plateau that he's trying to reach, we're here to help. And this kid right here, I mean, he's one of the biggest names in boxing, and he has to be one of the most exciting fighters in boxing also.
What is he, 50% at the moment, do you think, of what he's going to be?
Absolutely. He's not even 100%. He's not even 100%. Only thing he can do is get better. And and what we talked about, me and his team, because like I said before, he has one of the best teams in boxing. We talked about patience. That's all we talked about. We talked about patience and don't rush the knockout. The knockout will come. What we need you doing is breaking the guy down, because this is at a different level now from when you was fighting preliminary bouts. Now you're the main event. You're the main attraction. So when you're the main event and you're the main attraction, we have to take our time because there's no rush. We have 12 rounds. It's not a 6-round fight. It's not a 4-round fight. So everything is a growing process, and he's still learning and he's still growing. And we're gonna get him to where he needs to get to. But what I want to do for these fighters, even Badou Jack, I want to teach these fighters about smart investments. So when their careers is over, they say, you know what, Floyd just wasn't a good mentor, but he helped us. Long term, longevity, because a lot of promoters like to keep fighters fighting and you know, keep fighters fighting and put them in bad situations to where they keep giving them advances and keep giving them advances to where they have to sign an extension. We don't want to do that. We want to show these fighters love, and we want to really help these fighters accomplish what they want to accomplish.
How does Gervonta compare to you at the same age? Sorry. How does Gervonta compare to you at the same age?
Well, I think it's...
Hernandez was a 19 fighter.
Janelle Hernandez?
Was that 19?
No, 17. About 16 to 7. I don't know, about 17? 17. I was 17 fights. You know, a lot of people don't know how my career went. Actually, I fought 17 fights in not even 2 years and became world champion. So, you know, that was from the grace of God. Just like, you know, the grace of God sent me Badou Jack and Tank. Sent me those 2 fighters. Badou Jack, I can remember the kid would come to the gym, boxing. I said, yo, this kid is unbelievable. This kid can be world champion. And then I seen Tank box before, and I said something about this kid. I have to sign him. So I told my assistant, get in touch with that kid that just left the gym. Get in touch with him. I had to get in touch with him. When I got in touch with him, when I spoke to him, I said, if you do the right things and you listen, within 24 months, you can become world champion. I said, there's a lot of fighters that's not going. I can put you on the mainstream so the world can see your talent. You know, a lot of, you know, for the first, I don't know how many fights, it could have been like first 10 fights or 9 fights, nobody's seen them. But I said, with those skills, the world should see your talent.
Gervonta, do you expect to get him out so early? You're confident enough to load up in the first round, really, when you caught him with a good left?
No, I actually didn't load up at all. You know, I took my time. I thought he was going to hold up a few rounds. I thought we was going to go the distance, so that's what I was prepared for.
What were you saying to Liam during the fight? He saw you talking quite vividly with him.
I would just tell Liam he's too slow.
Is that something you've learned from Floyd?
No.
The talking to your opponent?
I mean, that's what we do. I think that's what we do in all the gyms. I mean, he's a confident fighter. He believes in his skills. It's all about being a showman. He believes in his skills. He believes in his talent. That's a part of it. I mean, I took the role. I took the role of the bad guy. I mean, love it or hate it, you're gonna pay to watch me. So, you know, love him or hate him, kid can fight.
Gervonta, what would you like to achieve in your career?
Become a pay-per-view star.
Gervonta, Liam said he'd like to fight you again. Is that something to consider, or is that pointless?
We'll do it again. We'll do it again in Vegas. He said, they came to me and said Vegas. We'll do it again in Vegas. You know, he don't really say you know, Tank don't really say too much. He like to let his hands do the talking. So we'll do it again. Tank, you mind doing it again? We'll do it again.
Is that what's going to be next for him? And will Badou Jack come over and fight cleverly?
Say that again?
Well, in terms of his fighters, do you know who's next? And will Badou come over and fight cleverly?
Badou Jack is willing to fight any fighter that's out there, but the Badou Jack, you got to have the right deal, and we're in control, and we dictate the terms, and we'll see what happens. We love the UK, though.
We love the UK, but we want our fighters in a comfortable position. Because if our fighters are not in a comfortable position, you guys are not going to get the scrutiny and the backlash, or cursed out. We will. So we want our fighters happy. So You know, when I talked to Tank about this fight, we spoke. I said, yo, what do you want to do? He said, you know what? I want to roll the dice. I want to go over there and I want to fight. And I want the world to see my talent. I want to go different places and fight. I want to fight in Dubai. I want to fight in the UK. I want to fight in Africa. I want to fight everywhere.
Question to Mr. Ellaby, Samara, Boxing Socialist. Congratulations, everybody. It was a really good fight. In terms of the revenue, can I ask what kind of revenue are you expecting for this attendance and world global domination, as it were?
It was a great event, a great turnout, and I want to thank Frank Warren and his wonderful team. They're very professional, and it was a great experience, and we look forward to coming back over here and doing some more big events.
Okay, thank you. Question to Floyd, if that's all right.
Do you think he can win world titles not just at super featherweight but up through the weights and do that at numerous weights too?
I believe I can do anything I said I wanted to.
And how high could you go in weight, size-wise?
Only time will tell.
Gervonta, what does tonight mean for you to be making a statement in a different country?
It means a lot, you know. Hopefully I gather a lot of more UK fans. I appreciate the UK. Hopefully we come back, you know, even if I don't fight, just come back and watch more boxing.
And when you hear the name Vasil Lomachenko, do you want to fight him eventually?
Well, let me answer that question. I said this before. There's no rush. And as you guys see, Lomachenko has to rush. He's 30 years old. You know, 30 years old, I don't know how old he is. He has to rush. This kid is still young. And there's no rush. We're going to take our time. But one thing I want to say is that we're not ducking or dodging any opponent. But I want him to enjoy his night. We're not focused on no other opponents right now. Eventually we'll get to whatever name we have to get to next. But right now we're not throwing those certain names out there, but we're not ducking or dodging, because one thing we do know, no matter who Tank fight, he has an equalizer that could change the fight in a heartbeat. That means he got dynamite in both hands. So, you know, I want to say I commend you, and I commend Calvin and the whole city of Baltimore just for, you know, helping this kid throughout his amateur career and in the beginning of his professional career. And I'm happy just to be able to help work with him and help him go to that next level. There's baby steps, so the next fight he fight could be just a tune-up bout. You know, keep him sharp, keep his tools sharp.
It's a nice outfit. You're a big Michael Jackson fan? Yeah.
Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.